This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Beastman Savage Henchman, the Lords of Power version. Uh, for those who didn't know, Lords of Power was one of the original names for the Masters of the Universe series back in the 80s before it was actually released. Many of the character designs were different looking than what we also ended up with when Masters of the Universe came out. Here we show He-Man battling Beastman. I think this Beastman is also often referred to as the Red Beastman because he doesn't have the orange color variation that the original release did. And some of the prototype artwork, he was fully red. So let's get him out of the package and get a better look. Like with many of our other figures, we see that he comes with a instruction guide for the removable parts, a mini comic, Rock and a Hard Place, which we saw also comes with Web Store, where we see He-Man going up against an army of Fakors. I guess I never really considered Fakor to be an army builder, but I guess you could do that, but that would mean actually getting your hands on him. We also have Stinkor heavily shown in this one, as well as the Eternian Goddess. It's kind of funny though, because the Beastman that they show in here is the standard vintage style one and not the actual one that comes in this set. So we'll get this Beastman out of his package. This is when they were using rubber bands instead of plastic doodads to hold them in place. It's kind of interesting to note that he's got a hairy torso, hairy legs and knee areas, but his thighs and his upper arms are both bare. He's also got a really bald head. This head was also used with Mossman when he came out. The only weird thing being is that even though you see these spots here where he's got the fur, they didn't flock that on the Mossman release. He also comes with his own custom armor. But no additional weapons. The only weapons he has are the blades on his gauntlets. And I would say his claws, but if you look at his hand, he doesn't even have clawed hands. He does have a belt, which looks like something out of the WWE. I kind of think the reason why they went with this variation was just to be able to get away with fewer paint apps, to be honest. He, of course, comes apart like our standard Origins figures. Take a good look at his face here. Honestly, it's kind of weird the way they did the blue under the eyes because it just makes me think of like his eyes are exploding. He's got the wide open mouth and blue gums, or are those blue lips? Either way, it looks like he's probably got some kind of dental disease going on. His armor itself is actually a much different style than Beastman had. Go ahead and see if we can get this put on in place. You know, honestly, with the way some of these attached like this, I just see these breaking quite a bit in the future. I know that happens a lot with the vintage figures. Whenever you go to look to buy them, you can always see some of them have that part broken. His feet are also don't have any fur or claws or individual toes, which is honestly kind of a shame. They don't actually resemble any other feet, I don't think. Except for maybe, well, maybe Stratos and Beastman's feet from the vintage style. Now we can compare him to the vintage style Beastman. Um, you can kind of see where the faces have kind of a similar uh, look to them. We've got the gingivitis gum line. We've got the exploding eyeballs. Although in this case, Beastman's actually got like a more skin toned face to go with the furry rest of the body. He also looks like he's bald on his head. Um, the Lords of Power version has the bigger spikes around them. I think it actually would have been nice if they'd done bigger spikes around Beastman here. They do have the same feet, same shins, same hairy torso, same hairy backs. Pretty much, to be honest, the only real difference is that the forearms are a completely new part for this Beast Man, being that they have the little spiked gauntlet as part of the forearm and not a separate piece. And the vintage style or Origins vintage style one has the bracers built into it, but unpainted. It's kind of an interesting thing because a lot of times when they do something like this, you can kind of think that maybe you can use one of them if you bought multiples to be a troop builder to go with them. Like in the case of Merman, where we get the Lords of Power version of Merman that has like the really um, nicer looking head sculpt, and then you can get a bunch of just plain normal Merman with the boring head sculpt as a troop builder behind him. In this case, be hard pressed because honestly, the Lords of Power Beast Man to me kind of looks like he would be more or less the leader of the Beast people. Also, though I don't have the image pulled up right now, I would definitely say there would be nice if, like in the Masterverse line where they did their New Eternia Beast Man, they showed a Beast Woman in the back of that card, and I would love to see that figure made in either Masterverse or Origins, or better yet, both. I am Beastman. No, young one, I am Beastman. No, I am. I am. No, I am Beastman. Skeletor is my master. No, I am Beastman. And your Skeletor looks like a fool, unlike my Skeletor, who is actually scary and terrifying. Ah, you dare insult him. Smack. I will whip you over and over again until you submit. Dude, your whip is a string. It doesn't hurt. Pow! I am the greatest beast man alive! Roar! Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If not, feel free to make fun of me all you want. Like, subscribe, comment, and as always, or almost always, peace and love.